All right, happy Sunday. Sitting here, I did this. The candle won't stay on the top. I guess it's because I have the window open. Nonetheless, as I wait for y'all to come on in, it's my Mars return, y'all. Happy Mars return to me. Hey, those of y'all joining already. Appreciate you coming in. Let me turn down this 528 hertz a bit. Let me close my window a bit. So yeah, I'm doing a whole ritual. So I have the red candle next to the honey jar because it won't stay on top. I have water right in front of it, and I've moved everything on the floor. It's fallen down a couple of times. I'm not gonna start no. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm not gonna start a, you know what, in here, Aries energy. It's Earth season though, but fire season is still in full effect with all this Aries energy. We're gonna talk about that, this conjunction. But I also have, for my Mars return, we're gonna talk about where Mars is, 7 degrees of Leo, another fire sign. I have the black candle that I got from the Botanica. Okay, the black candle is for protection. So it's in Espanol. I don't know if you all know Espanol, but it's basically for me to get rid of to banish anything negative from this energy because I'm tapping in heavy from here on out. And I have it in like a glass bowl of water with crystals. The carnelian crystal, especially the carnelian flame for Mars and Leo. I don't know why I just blanked out. Y'all still here though. Thanks for joining. This is carnelian. And I have it in this bath water I created for the 1st of May for my first of the month rituals, along with the cinnamon and salt that I do at the door that you all should do. Then I have the green candle, of course, for healing and peace and love, prosperity and abundance. Okay. And I put a little bit of cinnamon and things in it. I lit it all with the red candle for my Mars return over there. So you might see a little bit of red candle in them. And I just made this one. You always light a white candle if you can, if you have one, just for clarity and protection as well. So anyway, I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia, enlightening every day. I haven't been here in a while because I have been doing a lot, y'all. I'm rebranding myself. One second, my cord is all wrapped up. I should have got this together earlier. Anyway, I have a whole thing I have prepared for y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Don't forget to tap the screen. Tap the screen, please. And follow me if you're not. So I am TMZ. That stands for Teaching Everyone Abundantly, Empowering Many, Zakia, Enlightening, and Evolving. So I'm Z, or short for Zakia, which means intelligent in Arabic. And I am just like, you know, a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to toot my own horn because it's my Mars return. When you have the planet Mars, let's just get into it, okay? The planet Mars that rules Aries and Scorpio. I am a Scorpio sun, so this is my planet ruler. And Pluto is the other planet ruler for Scorpio, but Mars rules Scorpio as well as Aries. Let me turn this down to make sure you all can hear me. Hit the screen, tap the screen for likes, please, y'all. Thank you for joining. And Mars, in being a ruler of Aries, that's a fire sign. It also does well in other fire signs, especially Leo, the sign that's ruled by the sun. Okay, so I have Mars in Leo at 7 degrees. Not only that, Mars was in 6 degrees when it went into retrograde back in the fall. And we were in 2024, so like October, November, and we were in Mars and its detriment in Cancer. Baby D wants to say hi. My cat. So long story short, it was in Mars in Leo in 6 degrees back in October. We went through a 5-month retrograde. Please share and like the live, y'all. Thanks for being here. And Mars in Leo at 6 degrees was just passed like a couple of days ago. Now it's in 7, and we're finally out of the retrograde period with Mars. Mars is the planet of action, drive, desire, impulsivity, aggression, but pioneerism and bravery. Okay, depth, all things Aries and Scorpio. And Mars is actually in its detriment in other water signs like Cancer. So when it rolled back into Cancer, it didn't do well. Nothing was moving forward. There was really not much action to take. It wasn't just the winter, y'all. It was actually Mars. And now that Mars is back in 7 degrees, it's in my return. So like, I feel more energy now. I feel more ready to be. Hey, Jason. I feel more ready to be, and Jason, who is my astrology brother here, is, and just, we're just aligned. He had to have his Leo return as well because we're 2 weeks apart. So happy Leo return, Jason. Today is mine. It was actually, it's at 7 degrees and 12 minutes. And right now it's about 20 something minutes. So it happened early in the, like I got up at about 7 to use the restroom, and I looked at it and it was at 7 degrees and 12 minutes, and I'm at 7 degrees and 10 minutes, which is crazy. But anyway, let's talk. Let me look at my, let me start with what I have written. I have a whole schedule for y'all, because as you come in, I'm gonna share the live too, because I need y'all to tap the screen. I know y'all need to tap the screen. I see some of y'all online. So come on in. Come on in. I'm checking y'all out. Seeing if y'all want to join. Okay, so I sent it to y'all. All right, so anyway. I want some folks to join, but I do want to get to the spiel before. It does get some traffic in here, and I appreciate y'all for being here. And I appreciate y'all for following, sharing, and tapping the screen so I can get some likes. I know I haven't been here in a while, so I know it's going to take a minute. So let me just warm up. Again, let me turn the 528 hertz music down. So like I said, I'm having my Mars return. And I have been working with the Pluto and Aquarius energy with AI. And AI, I prompted it, ChatGPT to be exact, and it helped me write my affirmation. So I would play the voice, but I wanted to read it. Okay, 1 second, here it is. And if you don't know, 528 hertz is peace and harmony, healing music. So that's why I'm playing it in the back, because I'm starting anew with this Mars return, this new cycle. Mars return is just like a solar return. It's where Mars was when I was born. All right. So here we go. I thought I just had it, y'all. I'm not really nervous. I just want to kind of do this whole ritual slowly and surely. Here we go. Okay. For my Mars return from Z to Z. I am the fire, and the fire is me. I no longer wait, I create. I no longer shrink, I expand. I no longer doubt, I decide. This is my Mars return, and I reclaim my power with every breath. I lead with vision, I speak with truth. I build not just brand, but a legacy. Limitless Voices, Get a Life, LLC, Zari's Dreamstown, We have so many other businesses coming in, but Limitless Voices is my soul in motion. It's my first business under Get a Life LLC. Get a Life is growing into divine adults and loving yourself for evolving. And Limitless Voices is going to be a platform for healing, creation, and elevation. And with my children beside me, Zane, Donnell Jr., and Milan, I birth empires that echo through generations. They have projects too, y'all. No system can contain me, us. No fear can restrain me, us. I am fixed, focused, and fierce. I rise, I roar, I reign. It is my Mars and Leo return, y'all. And it's funny, Leo is, of course, feline, and my feline, Baby D, is here. So she doesn't want to be on camera. She just wants to be petted. But say, hey, y'all. She gives attitude. I think she's a Gemini because she talks. She literally had a pigeon calling at her today at the window while she was asleep in the other room. The pigeon came to my room to call her, and I had to get up and close the window because it's going to wake up the grandbaby. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my Mars return affirmation. It was for me. But if any of you have Leo in Mars and Leo, if any of you have any Leo placements even, if you are fixed energies, fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, definitely all of us are going through rebirth through Pluto and Aquarius. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Please tap the screen some more. Please leave some comments. I see a lot of people joining. I don't see any comments yet though, so please let me know if you have any questions. All right. Next up on the agenda, we have Crown the Empire. So that is what I just did. I am doing rituals today because it's my Mars return. It is also Pluto, my other ruler. Mars is the modernized ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is the modernized ruler of Scorpio, and Mars is the original. And I'm a Scorpio sun. So those are my ruling planets. I'm a Libra rising, so I got Mars and Venus heavy in my chart. So I did this. I did a honey jar to love on myself with this Mars return, and I lit 3 other candles that I showed in the beginning. They're all here by me. A black one for, getting rid of the negative energy in the past. A green one for receiving healing, abundance, and love and peace, prosperity, and the white one for clarification and protection. Okay, and I have a red one for Mars and love. Loving on myself today. Red lipstick. I had a red ring, I don't know where it is. Anyway, so I did all my rituals, and now I'm having this live. So I want to just point out some things. And I'm looking at my notes, y'all, so forgive me. Let me make this page bigger. Okay. So Mars in return, like I said, is about like your solar return, your birthday. So I was born in 1977, November 15th, and it is exactly where it is now. And every 2 years, Mars will have a return to where it was in everybody's chart, okay? Mine is at 7 degrees and 10 minutes. Let me share. Act like I haven't been on live in forever, and I haven't. I'm trying to do the background, y'all. Hey, tap the screen and have likes and comments. Okay. There we go. Effects. Let's do a green screen. Yeah, we're gonna do a green screen, baby D. My cat said, huh? I want to start with the current chart, which I thought I have up. I'll just put mine up. Okay, so perfect. Here's the Leo, because you can't see the rest. But if you can see this number right here, I have it in the 10th house. 10th house is your reputation house. It's the house ruled by Saturn. It's the Capricorn house. But I have Leo here. I am a Libra rising, but what's important about the Leo house and the Aquarius house and the Leo axis and the Aquarius axis is where I don't really have anything in the opposite house of Aquarius, which you cannot really see, or you can now, a little bit down there if you can. And up here I just have Saturn at 29 degrees, like the last degree of Leo, and I have Mars here at 7 degrees. My MC is in Cancer, but anyway, we're not talking about Cancer, we're talking about Leo. So I have Mars here and Saturn here. Again, you see how much space it is with me having Saturn and Leo, and then as soon as it starts like, sorry y'all. It starts the Virgo right here, but it's a little bit over. So Virgo is not all the way quite in the 11th house. Leo is a little bit too. So that throws off me. I have the Libra ascendant right here. I don't know if you can see that. AC, you see where that C is, right in the 12th house and the 11th house. But I have these two. Anyway, I'm going too far and I'm going too advanced. But what I'm saying is this house, even though I'm a Libra rising and it should be Virgo here in the 12th and it should be Leo in the 11th, most of Leo's in the 10th house. Okay? Reputation, my public figure. This is why I'm back on live, because I am making, the 10th house is also a career house. I'm making a big change in life right now with Mars being in the 10th house. transiting in my 10th house for like the next month. And then it'll be in my 11th house for the last part of it. Mars will be in the same sign, if it's not in retrograde, for about 5 to 7 weeks. Okay? So anyway, for 5 to 7 weeks, we're going to be talking about these topics. 1 second. So I don't know if you can see this busy thing here, but the 10th house is my goals, my relationships to society, relationship with society, fame, reputation, my achievements, my affairs, relationships with parents, big one right there, okay? I'm not gonna throw my business out here, but I'm really working on this part with my mother especially. My father maybe after that. My relationships overall to society, you know, with having some of Leo in the 11th house too, which is the house of friends, and I don't know if you can see all that, sons, daughters, humanitarianism, in groups that you fit in. This Mars and Leo will affect both of these houses, okay? For me personally. I'm here to talk about me since nobody's putting any questions in it. I do appreciate y'all being here and hitting the like button. Thank you. So nonetheless, this is what I'm working on. So when you know where your house is for the planet, so like again, Mars is currently in Leo, transiting my 10th house. If I was talking about the sun being in Taurus and where the sun is, the sun is Taurus season. I have Taurus in the 8th house. 8th and 7th, really. Because again, that cusp house that I was showing you in the slide before. Anyway, let me cut this off for a second. I do see some of y'all coming in. Hey, Monty. So, sorry you missed it. I kind of started, but I've been going into it. Really wasn't, I really wasn't doing, I need to take this effects off real quick. I really wasn't doing nothing but talking about myself because it's my Mars return today. It's the Mars return. There we go. So yeah. And you can, I appreciate you being here. You can definitely stay. You don't have to get on though because I'm talking about my Mars return. So it's kind of personal, but I'm tapping in. So I was just showing the houses that it's affecting. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I learned from Jamal, who is 720 Astrology on here. And great, he's been on our lives with me and Imani and the Witty Writer. So with my Mars being in Leo, I'm lighting the fire in my house of legacy in the 10th house, the house of reputation. So I'm no longer wanting to work jobs. That's the house of career. You know, I want to launch my life's work at this time. Mars rules again action, your drive, passion, my divine willpower. And I'm literally, hey, Juana, I'm literally just entering a new 2-year cycle. Like I said, it takes Mars 2 years to get back to your return spot, as it would take the solar return every 1 year, but Mars is every 2 years. Venus is 1 year, Mercury is 1 year, Jupiter is 11 years, Saturn is 28 to 30 years, and the rest of them are more longer than our lifetime. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Hey, Juana. So yeah, a Mars return is just as important as a solar return, because it's how your drive, it's your action, and that's why I'm so excited today, and that's why I'm back, and it's going to be popping more because, again, this Mars return is about me having the guts and the drive to achieve my goals instead of somebody else's, to work for myself instead of somebody else, especially me having Mars transiting in Leo this time in my 10th house. And then at the end of it, it'll be in the 11th house of friends and finding my groups, which I know I have. And now it's time for us to work together. How about that? And I appreciate Juana, who didn't have me have her do a reading, and I'm now doing, but I'm doing more than a reading, y'all. So let's just get into it. Let me show y'all, since you're here, and thank you for being here. Let's get into it. Okay. So this is my brand, and y'all can't see the whole thing. I posted it on here on a post earlier today or yesterday. Get a Life. So my name has been Get a Life. It's been Get a Life Astrology, but Get a Life has always meant growing into divine adults and loving yourself. I used to say forever, but now I'm saying for evolving, and that's why you get this person here, you know, golden and in the Mars reddish background. That's why I'm wearing red and gold, because this is my evolution. Okay, this is me in a divine state of action, or like I said, willpower to take a risk. Leo is inspirational, motivational. It's the fire sign that, you know, this in the spotlight because it's ruled by the sun, right, Imani? Thank you, Juana. All right, so that's one thing. But then I have this that I want to bring up, y'all. So Zane is getting ready for bed, but this is a possible book cover. We're trying to get, we're actually trying to get someone to draw. This is an AI created, but Zane has a book called Zari's Dreamstown, and it'll be ready for sale and published by the end of this month. Thank you, Juana. Oh, thank you. That's Imani. Thank you. So yeah, this might be it. It might be something else. We're working on the cover. Book is finished. Get a Life LLC is set. I'm waiting on the paperwork to come. It'll be under and published under Get a Life LLC. Okay? So that's popping. And then right after Zane's book is popping, y'all, I'm going to be starting an umbrella business called Limitless Voices. Limitless. You know, I got to put Z at the end of everything. So anywhere S goes, a Z goes. Thank you, Juana. Anywhere S goes, a Z goes. So Limitless Voices. What is Limitless Voices? Let's tap into it. I did want to go into more astrology, but since I got y'all here, and I know y'all know astrology a little bit, Imani and Juana, I wrote a little spiel for Limitless Voices. Hold on. Limitless Voices basically is just me. You see the infinity sign. It's, you know, not limiting yourself anymore, basically. Evolving like a butterfly and being able to speak on it, and not being so vulnerable, but more just, what am I trying to say? More just open to a different life, a new beginning. All right. I have so many notes, y'all. Wait a minute. I have so many notes. Leave any questions. Thank y'all for all the likes. And I'm also going to do a couple of other astrology books, definitely. Y'all, we're going to get this book thing popping. Okay. I don't know where I put it because I had the mostly what I was going to talk about the fixed grand cross and the opposition of the fixed signs. Imani's a Leo and Juana's a Cancer, but we all have fixed signs somewhere. So Imani's definitely fixed. I'm definitely fixed. Okay. So I can't find it, but Limitless Voices is going to be me offering what I've already offered when I was working in my last position, coaching with being online and marketing your businesses online and on social media. Okay, I think I do a pretty good job when I do be on here. Now, I have been not on here just trying to focus, but being this my 10th page, y'all like me. You stick with me, you rock with me. A lot of my soul family is online, so yeah. Thank you, Imani. Thank you, Juana. Love both y'all. Okay, so also it's gonna be limitless, meaning like I worked for people with disabilities. Shout out to Maysina. It was her solar return. She's a Taurus on May the 2nd. And shout out to Christian, who was the dexterity dude on here. They both are former people I supported, clients of mine. And even though I don't work for the company anymore, we all still stay in touch because I literally helped them build their business or their presence on TikTok. And they're still doing a great job without me or with whoever's working with them now. So I'm going to continue to do that and offer private services to people who need a ride to work or need help pushing a business or both. The LOC will help me get grants and loans to get a car that is paid off so I can do the driving for, like some people don't like to wait on the public transportation or, and I want this to be like a barter system type of thing, which is what Zane's book is about. I'm all over the place, but ultimately this is to help humanitarianism. This is what Pluto and Aquarius is all about for the next 20 years. Helping each other, but helping self first. The Aries energy is, and I'm going to turn this off too, the Aries energy is about self, right? The Aries energy is the first energy, so it's about your first impressions. It's about, I'm trying to cut off the background so I can show y'all. That's why I have a conjunction here. We have Neptune that just entered Aries. It's in 1 degree. Neptune is the planet of illusion and delusion and dreams nonetheless. So it's like the fire is putting out, just like Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So it just ended its cycle in Pisces and it's starting a whole new story. Okay, and being in Aries, that story is about self. And what are we being delusional about self? Would you agree? We're all starting a new story. Venus just went into Aries. Venus is in its detriment in Aries because Venus is ruled by the ruler of Libra, Aries opposite sign, and it's in its detriment in Scorpio, and I have Venus in Scorpio because it's also the ruler of Taurus, the opposite sign of Scorpio. Nonetheless, Venus and Aries still starting new cycles, still starting new relationships, starting new beauty regimen, new love, or, rekindling the love, rebirthing it. So they're conjunct, Neptune and Venus. Conjunction means blending their energies. So Venus, the planet of love, beauty, finances, starting new, finance stuff. That's what I'm doing. My new financial goals is to work for self. Again, Aries being a fire sign, all the fire signs, that's why that's why I love y'all, but you don't lay back. This is about me today. I'm gonna talk a little bit about me. And Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy is about motivating others through self. It's a little selfish, but it's being selfless because you really, if you love on yourself and give the energy that you give to others to yourself, just imagine how bomb of a person you would be. Okay. Then we have the conjunction of Mercury, the planet of information and communication and knowledge, also in Aries, giving that fiery, talk, that fire information. And it's kind of conjunct Chiron, 21, 24 degrees. They're both in the last decan. Chiron is the wounded healer. Once again, Chiron and Aries starting new cycles of healing. I have Chiron in Taurus at 2 degrees, so Chiron will be in Taurus, I believe, in 2026. It moves slowly like the outer planets do. It's an asteroid. Okay, so we have 4 things. And the 2 in the beginning, decan in conjunction, blending their energies, and 2, the information that can heal you is what Mercury in conjunction of Chiron can be about. Or the knowledge that you give to yourself, like, oh, I didn't know that about myself. Maybe I need to nurture that. Maybe I need to heal that to move forward, right? That's the Aries energy. All right. Thank y'all for the likes. We have one more conjunction I want to talk about here, as well as specifically Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces at 28 degrees, so it's 2 more degrees away from Aries. Saturn will be in Aries, joining the party, but Mercury is getting ready to leave Aries actually at the end of this week. Saturn will be in Aries May the 25th. And when that happens, Saturn being the planet of discipline and structure and restriction and authority and my 10th house stuff. But Saturn in Aries is starting a new cycle as well. And Saturn is an inner outer planet, meaning it's personal, but it's also has to do with the collective and society as a whole. So when Saturn moves into Aries, right now it's conjunct the North Node, so it's kind of blending its energies with the North Node, our destiny. The North Node and the South Node, they go in reverse. So it's moving away as Saturn is going away as well. But as they are conjunct, Saturn is getting disciplined about its destiny. Like, I have to get disciplined about my dreams. Pisces rules our dreams. It also rules endings, forgiving, unconditional love. And I have to love myself unconditionally in order to follow my dreams and get disciplined about it and move in with this Aries energy. All tied into the Mars and Leo energy, having my Mars return. All the fire energy is really significant right now. The moon is in Leo. Let me say this real quick, and then I'm not going to be here too long because y'all are not dropping many comments, and I'm normally on here on Wednesday, so I definitely am back this Wednesday. Imani, get ready. Juana, please come back. And yeah, 3,000 likes. I love y'all. All right, so the moon is in Leo. Let me talk about the moon in Leo real quick, right? Imani, you got a moon in Leo. My 2-year-old grandson, Capricorn sun, Leo moon, Aquarius rising. So his moon is always going over with his overall personality. And when the moon is in Leo, extra dramatic. So he just went home this afternoon, this late afternoon, early evening. And I realized it's my Mars return, so I want positive energy. I want to be a motivational spirit, not a drama queen, right? not a bridezilla or a social media zilla, right? I wanted to, shine and motivate my grandson, who the moon is our emotions, had been falling out about every little thing. Now, of course, terrible twos, but still generally a sweet, genuine grandson, and I'm not saying that. Hi, Randall. You're a Leo too? Yes, Leo energy is motivational and inspirational. Thank you for joining. Please follow me if you're not. There's Imani, a fellow Leo, yep. And Juana's in here. She's a Cancer. But Juana, remind me, do you have any Leo? Because I did your birth chart. Do you have any fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart? I feel like you had Sagittarius. Remind me. But long story short, his moon was conjunct my Mars, okay, most of this weekend. It just moved into the final decan because the moon moves every 2.5 days. It'll be in Virgo tomorrow. But when I say I had to motivate him, you can't remember, pull it up, Wanda. Did you just save the picture? Save the picture. And just read it to me. Tell me what it says by your. See if you see any words that say Leo. I thought I sent you the picture. Let me know. Um, but if you can't find it, it's okay. We'll do it another day, very soon. But the moon, what was I saying? The moon in Leo can just bring out the dramatics in him. But like after it's not in Leo, just like the moon in Capricorn makes me work if I'm like going having a rough day. The moon in Aries makes my daughter impulsive. I always call her when it's her moon in Aries because she might want to start an argument. The moon in Taurus, which we just had, the new moon in Taurus, which means it's conjunct the sun. It's in the same sign as the sun. We just had that last week, the new moon. And my youngest, Zane, has the new moon in Taurus, and that's where the moon is exalted. So her emotions are always pretty chill, even though she's a Cancer and it could be moody. She's ruler. Her sun sign is the ruler of, ruled by the moon. So it rules her moon. Anyway. No, I'm sorry. Venus rules her moon. I'm all over the place. Okay. What else did I want to say? There is a lot going on with the fixed signs. I did have, I wanted to find it and put it up. There is the sun in Taurus at 14 degrees, so we're halfway through Taurus season. Shout out to my daughter, April 22nd, her father, my ex-husband, April 27th, my cousin Tracy, April 30th, my good friend Sweets from Virginia State, April 30th, my second mother, Beverly, April 26th. I'm going to shout out these Tauruses because strong, like loyal people. We have, whose birthday was it? I'm sorry, Erica's birthday yesterday. Erica is my good friend from Duke Ellington who let me and my children stay with her while we was in LA until we got set. So shout out to Erica. My mother is May the 6th. This Tuesday we're having a big bash for her. Big G, if you know him from the BYB band. Chris Brown, they're tomorrow on 5-5 Portal Cinco de Mayo. Lots of Tauruses after that as well. My cuz, who lives here in the area that I live in near DC, is May the 18th. Shout out to the Tauruses. All right, back to what I was talking about. So sun is in 14 degrees. We have Uranus in Taurus at 26 degrees. Uranus will go in Gemini in July, I believe. Okay. And we have Pluto at 3 degrees. Pluto, that's the other big story, is the planet that went in retrograde today. So we didn't have retrograde for about 2 weeks, y'all, of no planets. And now Pluto is in retrograde. No big deal, though. In Aquarius, it's not going to go back into Capricorn. But Pluto and Aquarius will help us go over a lot of the truths that we've been trying to, it's been a lot of information coming. All the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, information, communication. So a lot of information has been coming out. Now we're going to go back over that information with Pluto in retrograde. Starting today, May the 4th, be with you. And all the way to October 15th, I believe. It always goes between Taurus and Libra or Scorpio season. It always takes like spring to fall for Pluto to be in retrograde most of the time. All right, so what did you say? You digress. What did I miss? Okay, no problem, Juana. So I want to send many positive vibes and words of how proud I am of you for this. But you digress. You better go and tell me. I appreciate you telling me, Marnie. I appreciate that. Yeah. And I had a little, thing to say. Imani, what you did miss is that I lit candles too, and I did a honey jar ritual, which is by the red candle. It wouldn't sit on top without falling, and I don't want to start no fires. I had a spiritual bath on the 1st, and this is some of the bath water that I had put in here with my other candles. The get rid of negative energy candle with the black one, the green one for abundance, love, peace, prosperity, and the white one for protection and clarity. So your girl, about to take off. I read an affirmation. And yes, I'm trying to get back to my spiritual routine as well. And life is lifing, but Nonetheless, I feel like us fixed signs. Where is this? I have to find this, y'all. That's what I want to find before I do get off in 9 minutes. Didn't want to make this too long. I did get on here at 10:10. Wanted to be between 10 and 11. So yeah, I do want to do a call to action before we go. I appreciate y'all staying with me. I wanted to talk about this really quick too. Pluto retrograde opposing Mars and Leo. Okay, so it's not that close. Pluto's in 3 degrees and Mars is in 7 degrees, so they're 4 degrees apart, but this is still close. So this makes me think of how much power am I ready to claim and how much fear am I ready to get rid of. Pluto is the planet of fear, death, rebirth, and power, right? Intensity. And with Mars and Pluto both being my ruling planets, having an opposition in Leo and Aquarius, other fixed signs with the Sun in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus, the moon just came out of Taurus. Scorpio, that's what I want to find. There's nothing in Scorpio except Lilith. But Lilith is our repressed energy. So like all this is just helping me realize that I need to push back a lot of the fear that I have and step into my power. Old habits, old people, old structures that, especially the work, because I have it in my 10th house, Mars and Leo, going into the 11th. This is really telling me, especially with me having Saturn in Leo in the 29th degree and the anaretic degree, this is really telling me that the worker version of me is done. And I need to put those fears back. And even though I've literally been having people call me about jobs now, I don't want to take them. Unless they're the work from home jobs, so I can keep doing my thing that I'm doing with, starting a business, helping my daughter push her books, pushing my own books, doing labs of other sorts. That's another project that I'm going to tap into after I get through these projects. A healing lab of sorts, talk show type thing. And this is just a test of me wanting ownership versus being obedient. That makes sense? But the fixed grand cross, so Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. The Taurus Sun and Uranus, like I said, the Leo Moon right now we're having in Mars being a Leo, then Pluto being Aquarius and Lilith being a Scorpio. Sun and Uranus and Taurus, and I'm reading my notes, so sorry if I'm not looking up, is redefining your value system and security. Redefining my value system, what I value, and security. So I value my family and security with them and being sheltered and fed and loved and looked after and loyal to. And I'm actually stepping into that, but I'm going to save that. Can't tell you all everything. And then money through innovation, like we're creating these businesses. So that's the Sun and Uranus. Sudden happenings is Uranus. Rebellion, revelations, a lot of the Re's. And the Sun is overall energy. Moon in Leo with Mars is the emotional courage and the fierce will, and the emotional is the moon, and the fierce will is Mars, and publicly showing up in power. So that's what I'm doing today and have this live. Lilith and Scorpio, I don't have it up there, but Lilith and Scorpio is unapologetically owning your taboo, death, and raw truth. So, again, Lilith is about what you're repressing and you're tired of repressing it, and it's coming out now. And I got to step in my truth, y'all. Lilith, I have Lilith and Gemini, but it's still Lilith and Scorpio. I'm attached to it because I have Scorpio Sun. And then Pluto and Aquarius, the overall societal energy is revolutionizing how you show up in the collective and who I lead. So I got to make these businesses if I want my kids to make businesses. I can't keep working a job because I don't want my kids to work a job. I got to start these businesses to show society y'all can start these businesses too. And it could literally be anything. I have so many ideas y'all about to pop off. I'm not trying to beat out anybody or be in a competition with anybody. I'm just trying to motivate fire energy Leo in Mars and Leo energy. I'm trying to motivate everyone through showing you all how I do it, how I rebirthed. Make sense? All right. So this week's energy for me and everyone: clarity and commitment, magnetic presence, Libra rising too. The pretty people, sorry. No. And the Leo is the celebrity status too, so yeah. Power and disruption, that's Pluto energy. And new visions activated. Okay, so anybody that has dreams right now, be creative. Like Zane is so creative right now. Not only she mastered this book and we keep just editing and making it better and making it better. She also has this painting thing where she's like doing a lot of paintings. We have a lot of paintings that we are going to present to my mother on her birthday that Zane made. We're going to make her a little gallery of art. My son is going to make her a basket DJ. Milana's going to cook because tourists eat. And I'm going to bring us all together. Yeah. And even I'm going to get my mother in on stuff at her big age of her last year in her 7th decade, right? All right. I think that's it, y'all. I thank y'all for all the likes. I thank the Leo for popping in. The other one, Imani's here. I thank Juana. Juana, we're going to get back to your birth chart. Okay. I think that's it. I appreciate y'all for being here. I will be back on Wednesday. And if you have Mars and Leo, and you're Generation Z like myself, Mars and Leo for me, born in 1977, has been every odd year. So it's an odd year again, 2025. It'll come again in 2027. And the next retrograde for Mars, since we just ended it this year too, is, and I believe it was in retrograde before I was born. I don't have it in retrograde. But the next one will be in Virgo going back into Leo. So like this time it was in Leo going back into Cancer. So that is in 2027. Thank you, Imani. You're awesome. You know, like I look up to Leos. I'm motivating you. I was going to say it. You motivate me, you know. Ever since we met, you just been a bubbly spirit. We cling, you know, not cling, but we click really well through motivating each other, and we keep each other up. So you my sis forever. I'm not going to get emotional. I think that's it. I was going to drag this out, but I don't want to take up y'all's time. I appreciate y'all being here. Imani, let's come together for Wednesdays live. Happy 5/5 portal. It is a 9-year. Ooh, that's one other thing I want to say. It is not only my Mars return, it's going to be my Jupiter return when Jupiter moves into Cancer this summer. Jupiter's in Gemini currently. And it will retrograde and go back into, I don't know if it goes back into Gemini, but it will retrograde. And I do have Jupiter in retrograde, so when it's in Cancer, it'll retrograde in Cancer just like it did when I was born. That still means miracles happen for me. Love you too, Juana. That means miracles happen for me, even when it's a retrograde. Like I still gain luck, and I'm grateful for that. I am humbled for that, for my Jupiter in Cancer, and it having a return, and it hasn't returned here since 2012 or 13, because I know. Good night, Zane. Zane has Jupiter in Gemini, so does my oldest daughter. So my oldest daughter just turned 24. Jupiter goes into the same sign every 11 years. So they're both at the end of their returns too. Okay. I think that's why they're both doing pretty good. Jupiter rules numbers as well.
Real quick.
Zane wants to share y'all. She doesn't want to get on camera because her hair is not done.
I look crazy.
One of her paintings, The Evil Eye, she made, and she's going to maybe share the pictures that she did with my mom, for my mom on Wednesday.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Well, her birthday's on Tuesday, but we'll have to take pictures and share because it'll be at her house.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Zane will definitely be sharing her book soon. We're going to create a separate page for her book, Zari's Dreamtown, coming out. Good night. And good night to y'all. Y'all sleep well. Do you want to know anything coming up for the week real quick? Mercury will be in Taurus by the end of the week. We have the moon moving in Virgo tomorrow. By Wednesday to be in Libra. So that's 2 days, maybe Thursday. Wednesday, early Thursday. And then by this weekend, Saturday, I think the 12th is the day, the 11th or the 12th, is when we have the full moon in Scorpio. Release, always on full moons. Release, Scorpio is a release sign, okay? Meaning separate, detach, be done with it. End it so it can be rebirthed. That is that. That's one of the biggest things, I think. Mercury entering Taurus, which means we get more stable about our information coming in, more what we value in saying. Yeah, I think that's it for the week. And seeing what Pluto brings with this retrograde in Aquarius. All right, y'all. Peace. Thanks for staying and joining, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. Holla.